Hi everyone, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Well, Callaway County residents are among the most healthy people in the state. Callaway County is ranked in the top 10 when it comes to the healthiest counties in Kentucky. According to the annual County Health Rankings released today by the University of Wisconsin Population Health Institute and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Out of the 120 counties in the state, Callaway County is the third most healthy county in the state, followed by Lyon County as 6th, Marshall County 29th, Graves County 36th, Christian County is 46th, Caldwell County 48th, Ohio County 59th, Muhlenberg 68th, Trigg County 70th, Hopkins County 71st, Todd County 82nd, Fulton County 117th. Now, researchers used 5 measures to assess the level of overall health or health outcomes for Kentucky by county: the rate of people dying before age 75, the percentage of people who report being in fair or poor health, the number of days people report being in poor physical and poor mental health, and the rate of low birth weight infants. The rankings also looks at factors that affect people's health within 4 categories: health behavior, clinical care, social and economic factors, and physical environment. Among the many health factors they looked at, rates of adult smoking, adult obesity, excessive drinking among adults, and teenage births, the number of uninsured adults, availability of primary care providers, and preventable hospital stays, rates of high school graduation, and adults who have attended college, children in poverty, and community safety, access to healthy foods, and air pollution levels. So what counties are the most and least healthy in the state? Boone County ranks number 1 as the most healthy county in the Commonwealth, followed by Oldham County, while Martin and Owsley counties ranked 119 and 120, the least healthy counties in Kentucky. First District Congressman Ed Whitfield today announced that 2 local students nominated by him have received offers of appointment to 2 of the U.S. military service academies. Kyle Kelly of Hopkinsville will attend the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, and David Vinson of Murray will attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York. Kelly, the son of Sean and Shannon Kelly, is ranked number 1 in his class and will graduate from Christian County High School and the Gatton Academy in Bowling Green this May. Vinson, the son of Mark and Becky Vinson, is also ranked number 1 in his class and will graduate from Murray High School in May as well. Students interested in applying for nomination to any of the U.S. service academies should visit Congressman Whitfield's website. Fort Campbell officials held a ribbon-cutting ceremony this afternoon to commemorate the official opening of a virtual training facility of Kennard Battle Command Training Center.
Achieving this live, virtual, constructive, and gaming integrated environment is critical to our soldiers, leaders, and formations being able to really focus on the operationally relevant collective training environment.
The state-of-the-art facility features first-person shooter mission exercises for soldiers to train on for operations around the globe, especially in combat zones like Afghanistan.
I'm sure that we recognize that warfighting is and probably will likely always be a human endeavor. We'll never be able to remove all the fog and friction that really goes into warfighting. But facilities like this, training opportunities like this, will allow our people to strip away some of that fog and friction and be able to really focus our training on very specific tasks that will conserve resources and hopefully save lives in the future.
In addition, the facility is capable of training a company or 2 platoons at the same time and will likely be implemented at other military installations.
Exercises in this facility in the not-too-distant future will network live, virtual, and constructive training resources both here at Fort Campbell and other Army formations around the country, and probably joint and/or key coalition partners around the world. The result of this, again, will be a more integrated training environment that hopefully, again, will continue to make us very successful on the battlefield.
The cost of the facility was under $750,000. It took over a year to build. Well, a nonprofit organization whose slogan is "May no soldier go unloved" is now needing the love and support of the community. Here's Source 16's Marie Fainter with more on this story.
A national nonprofit organization is asking for the public's assistance to provide aid and comfort to military service members, especially at Fort Campbell.
Our warehouse has been just steadily sending out welcome home kits, and they're running low, so I'm trying to get donations for the homecoming kits.
According to Urbanski, the hygiene kits, among other donations, goes a long way for soldiers.
They can pretty much clean up, because it has shampoo, conditioner, razor, shaving cream, that kind of stuff, and a calling card. They can clean up, and we also would like to provide snacks in the barracks. They can clean up, eat, and call their parents or their loved ones without having to dig into any of their bags after such a long flight.
The organization is also working with officials to provide food for military families as they wait for their returning soldier.
The families generally wait for 2 hours at the hangar prior to the landing. They're there usually for another 30 to 40 minutes for the ceremony and hugging and kissing their loved one. And then the soldiers are bussed over to turn in their sensitive items, and the families are taken to I don't want to say a holding area, a waiting area.
Soldiers Angels is a volunteer-led 501c3 nonprofit organization with thousands of volunteers.
We want the community to know that we appreciate and know we couldn't do this without them, just as much as we can't have freedom without our soldiers.
All donations are tax deductible, and for more information on how you can donate or for future volunteer opportunities, contact Regina Urbanski at 931-220-9522. Marie Fainter, Source 16 News.
As city departments work to calculate their budgets for the next fiscal year, many are looking at alternative ways to make ends meet. That's exactly the case for the Hopkinsville Christian County Emergency Communication Center. The ECC board met in the city council room this morning and approved a funding request to the city and county that would not fund 2 full-time dispatcher positions for this current budget year. The board also examined changing dispatcher shifts from 8 to 12 hours. But before any changes can be made, vacant positions will have to be filled.
I've looked at this. The 12-hour shift would work in most of the dispatch centers that I've talked to that have the 12-hour shifts. Said their staff loves it once they got used to it. But they also said the same thing. They have a large part-time pool that they have to pull from in order to fill in whenever there's vacations and sickness and
The ECC Center is currently interviewing applicants to fill the vacant positions. The board agreed to send their financial report to Christian County Fiscal Court and Hopkinsville City Council for review. The Earlington Volunteer Fire Department has received a grant for nearly $80,000 for operations and safety. Congressman Ed Whitfield, chairman of the Subcommittee on Energy and Power, congratulated the fire department on receiving the $79,283 Assistance to Firefighters grant. Grants are awarded through a competitive process overseen by fire experts. Applications are reviewed on how the funds will fulfill the top priorities of the AFG program, which are operations and safety and vehicle acquisition. A Hopkinsville police officer has resigned after he was arrested last month for allegedly assaulting his wife. Spokesman Paul Ray told Source 16 that 29-year-old Brandon Tedford voluntarily resigned March 11th. Tedford was arrested and charged with 4th-degree assault on February 27th after police reported he was involved in an altercation with his wife, where she suffered redness and swelling under her right eye and cheek and bruises on her left arm. Court records indicate Tedford pled guilty earlier this month to the assault and received a pretrial diversion, meaning that if he completes domestic violence counseling and stays out of trouble for the next year, the charge will be expunged from his record. Tedford began his career with Hopkinsville Police August 8th, 2005. Authorities are investigating the alleged sodomy of a 7-year-old Christian County girl. According to the Christian County Sheriff's Department, investigators spoke with the 7-year-old girl and her mother, and they both advised that the 14-year-old boy, who was reportedly a family member, had been forcing the victim to perform sexual acts on him at a Greenville Road home in Crofton between December 2006 and March 29th of this year. At this time, Captain Chris Miller said the male juvenile has not been arrested or charged, and police are looking into the alleged sodomy. Here's Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers Coordinator Paul Ray with the featured fugitives of the week.
This week, Probation and Parole needs your help locating 2 wanted fugitives.
Police are looking for 31-year-old Willie Lewis Coleman, who's wanted for absconding probation. Coleman is a black male who stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and weighs 185 pounds. His last known address was the 3600 block of Rosetown Road. Police are also looking for 29-year-old Leah Marie Toran, who's wanted on several outstanding warrants. Toran is a black female who stands 5 feet, 4 inches tall, and weighs 105 pounds. Her last known address was the 1000 block of Mill Run Court.
If you know where police can locate these wanted fugitives, and we've got cash waiting for you, pick up your phone now and call our tips line at 887-TIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward. And remember, we will never ask your name, and you will not have to appear in court. Well, this week's Fugitive of the Week, I'm Officer Paul Ray for Crime Stoppers.
And tonight's Powerball jackpot is $153 million. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $19 million.